Hi students, welcome to the next video in model 2. In this video, we are going to write a simple Java program as a first concept. So we are going to see the basics of how to write a Java program and how to execute and how to see the output. First, we will discuss about the theoretical part of how to write a sample Java program. Then at the end of this video, we will go for the complete execution of one Java program. Let us go to the topic. So this is my first simple Java program. As we know that the Java class should start with the keyword of class. So class is my keyword and example is my class name. In according to Java, always the first letter of the class name should be capital, right? So in this way, the E is capital here, right? Class example is my first class. I'm opening the curly braces, and then my intention in the first simple Java program is to print one message that this is a simple Java program, right? So I want to convey one message to the outsiders as this is my simple Java program. So this is my logic. With this logic, I'm going to write this program. I have created the example class. Then using public static void main. So in C and R, what you have written the main means int main, void main. Likewise, we will write them as main. We will start the main of that program, right? In this way, here the same what is written in C, the same thing, same like that of void main is started, but it has the access specifier as public, and static is the static member function, and void is the returning type, and main is the name of the function. Method, whatever the function we call it is in C++ is now termed as method. In Java, everything is called as a method here. So public static void main is a method, and it takes an argument as string and arguments list. So this is the full complete syntax of public static void main, and in that I'm just writing one message like system.out.println. Here system is a class, out is the object of the class system, and println is the one of the method defined in the system class. So this is the explanation of system.out.println, and then this is my simple Java message, is my message to print in the print as a output. I am closing the void main, and similarly the class is also closed. So this is my example Java program. I should save this program in the extension of .java. So always you have to save this file in the class name. So this is also one of the condition. So I am giving one condition here. Always the first letter of your class should be capital, and we have to save that file as with the name of class name .java. So similar way example.java is saved. Then coming to the theoretical part, that is Java source files are saved in .java extension. In Java, all code must reside inside the class, and Java is a case sensitive, and name of the source file and name of the class which holds main must be same, right? Name of the source file and name of the class which holds main must be same. So here what they are going to tell us, in main is specified in the class example, right? So in the source file should be example.java, and in that source file only the main concept should be implemented. And then Java source file may contain more than one class definition. Yeah, so that is also available and valid way of doing Java program. And in Java program, we can have more than one class definitions. But how to save the Java file means which file is having its main, that file with the class name only we have to save that file, right? I repeat once again, which class is having the main concepts, that class name should be saved as a file name. Here class example is the one of the class. It consists of main, so I can save that file, entire file, as example.java. Say for example, one more class if I define without the void main, I cannot save that file as the with that another class name. So in this, what we have to understand is while saving our Java file, we have to confirm that which class is having main method. Then next is compiling a Java program. How to compile? There is a command is there to compile the program, and Java C. Java C is the compilation command. It has the syntax of Java C, then example.java. So what is the file name we have specified here? That file name should be specified here, right? Java C example.java is my complete command to compile your program. After compilation, what will happen? Create one class file. Example.class file is my one class file which contains the bytecode of the version, right? I know it. I already explained in this previous videos. After compilation, we will get one class file, right? So when the Java source code is compiled, each individual class has its own class file. And executing a Java program. What is the command to execute a program? Means Java example. Java example is my general command. That means Java is a command and example is my class file. So that file should be interpreted and executed here. So when after execution, you can be able to see the simple Java program, right? So there are three command line statements available in Java. What are those? Means multi-line command which starts with slash, asterisk and ends with asterisk and slash. So this is the multi-line command. For a single line command, we can use double slash, and for documentation command, what we have to use is slash and double star and any documentation. Say for example, if you want to mention my author name and what is the reference and all, if I have to inform means for the documentation purpose, I can start like slash double star and documentation information, then star slash. So these are the three different ways of using commands. And then what is the next line? That means after we'll have a small description about our class. So class is according to the previous example, class is a keyword. Example, it starts with the opening curly braces. Opening curly braces means it indicates the beginning of the class, and after that some of the class information class body will be written, and closing curly brace indicates the end of the class. And one more very important thing is class in Java does not end with semicolon. There is no semicolon part in the ending of class. So one class, how we can close the class means by using a closing curly braces itself, we can close our class, right? I hope so. This is very important and it is easy to understand. Next, coming to public static void main. We have to know about the meaning of each keyword here. Public is the access identifier which allows the program to control the visibility of a class member, and main is the public, and main is the name of the method, and static allows. That means what is the word static means? Static allows the main method to be called without having to instantiate a particular instance of a class, right? So here in public static void main, we are not instantiating. That means we are not creating any object of the class. Just without initiating and without instantiating a particular instance of a class, we can use public static void main function. So this is the meaning of public static void main string args values. And then Java program may have one more than one classes. With Java compiler will compile classes that do not contain main method, and Java has no way to run these classes. And string args is declares a parameter that named args, which is an array of instance of a class string, right? I hope so. It is very easy. I will show one more example. System.out.println. What is the meaning of system here? Means system is a class which is available in lang package, and out is the object of the class system, and println is the method. So there are two kinds of println print methods are available. Println string displays a string and cursor comes to the next line, but print only displays a string and it will not be go to the next line, it will remain in the same line. So this is the differences between println and print. Println will be displaying its output and will go to the next line, but print will only display the string, will not be go to the next line, it will remain in the same line. Fine. So system.out. System is a class, out it is a static object, and that is why it is referred by the class name. We no need to create any object, right? So why we no need to create an object means it out is a static object, so there is no need of creating instance of a class system. Directly we can use system.out. Right. Another second short program, right? I hope so in the previous first Java program is easy to understand. I will now close my presentation and I am going to show how one simple Java program can be executed. I am just opening my one notepad. In that I am going to type my command as hash import java.io.star semicolon class example1. Why I am giving example1 means already I have one class with the name of example, so that is what I am giving the class name as example1, and public static void main of string args of, then I am opening. Here I am going to display one message as system.out.println hello welcome to Java. Within quotes I am just typing hello welcome to Java. This is being closed. Now I am closing main method and this class name. I am going to save this file with the name of what name we should save, example.name, example1.java. So I have already created one Java folder. In that I am going to save this file as example1.java. So when you want to save, you can assure that the save as type should be all files. So I am saving my file as example1.java save. Right. Next is I should compile this command. So I am opening my one command prompt where I have saved all of my files in D:. So I am just moving on to my respective folder as cd d in D:, Java in D:, Java folder one. I have saved all this one. Now I have entered into my location. I am going to use the command called as javac example1.java. Right. So here I am getting the error as hash import. Hash import is not a correct word. So I am correcting my why I know it the correct syntax. I want to show some of the errors. In that way only I have typed this one. Now I am it is being corrected. Now when I am compiling second time, there is no errors. Now you can see the class file after this compilation where I have saved my Java file. So in Java folder, right? After my compilation, successful compilation, example1.class is my class file which is being created, right? So now what I am doing is I want to execute my Java file. So Java with the name of class name. What is my class name? Example1. Right. Now I got my output as hello welcome to Java, right? I hope so it is clear. Then I want to extend my program with some basics arithmetic operations. When what I can do next task is to I want to use the sum of additions. So I am going to use two addition numbers. For that, I'm declaring int a comma b comma c as 3 integer values. Then what I'm going to do is, after this hello message, I'm adding the values of c equal to a plus b, right? So before that, what I should do, I initialize the values of a equal to 20 comma b equal to 30, right? So now it is being initialized. Then next task is to display its value. So what I am doing is, after this hello message, addition of two number, addition of a is equal, a and b is equal to I'm closing, we using the plus operator, I'm printing c here. See plus will not be used. We'll see the errors now first. After this has been done, I have to save this file. I am saving this file. Then I am compiling the command with updated information. Here I am getting the error as addition of a and b is equal to comma has come. So instead of comma, what I should do? Plus. Fine. Next, I am again compiling my source file. Now no errors. So what is the basic syntax for addition of system.out.println means system.out.println addition of a and b, it should be in within colon, within quotation. Then after that, using the plus symbol, I am concatenating the output of a and addition of a and b is equal to plus c value. Now we will see the outputs. Fine. So I am getting the output as hello, welcome to Java, addition of a and b is equal to 50, right? I hope so. This video is useful for you. I will catch you in the next video about next topic.